Welcome to Derry is off to a poor start with an overstuffed ensemble, an unfocused plot, and a frustrating lack of real shocks, despite showing flashes of potential. The director of both IT films, Andy Muschietti, is back in charge of the pilot episode, but he doesn't seem to have learnt from the mistakes of it Chapter 2, and is unable to recreate what made it Chapter 1 so fantastic. Rather, in a mediocre season debut that offers little optimism, he is intensifying his efforts against them. This pilot episode's chilly opening effectively establishes the tone. The setup is innocent at first, but it soon becomes sinister. A young child found wandering by the side of the road is picked up by an apparently kind and typical family who pledge to bring him back to his parents. However, he gradually comes to the conclusion that this family is flawed. Something unclean wants to escape the mother's womb. The kids begin frightening their new passenger. The father refuses to stop and allow the boy out, and his door won't open. This opening scene is a wonderful little horror short on its own. It has everything: a spooky atmosphere, an endearing protagonist, antagonists who appear innocent at first before taking a disturbing turn, and a graphic, horrific denouement in which the mother gives birth to a winged demon. However, the promise of that unsettling premiere is not fulfilled in the subsequent episode. Greetings from Derry, it looks fantastic, but the writing falls short. Broof, it looks fantastic, welcome to Derry. We are completely engrossed in the nostalgic Americana of 1962, with the unsettling foundations of racism, bullying, and a general disdain for children's safety, thanks to the costumes, production design, and needle drops on the soundtrack. Joyce Harris and Nelson Riddle's upbeat songs create a striking contrast with the horrors depicted on television. From seasoned experts like James Remar to young up-and-comers like Clara Stack and Mikhail Kareem Fiddler, the ensemble features some amazing actors. The writing is the main issue with the show. Jason Fuchs wrote this pilot. His prior writing credits, which range from The Confusing Pan to The Endless Argyll, speak for themselves. Like Stephen King's original novel, Welcome to Derry has an enormous ensemble cast, but it may be a bit too large. The show hops about all these seemingly unrelated characters, giving the impression that it is aimless. It functions best when it centers on a group of children battling otherworldly powers while attempting to locate their missing comrade. It feels most like it at that point, and I'm eager to return to the show. CGI effects undermine parts of the shocks, just like in the IT movies. The opening sequences reveal of the monster baby, which appears so phony and cartoonish, like something from a Resident Evil game, completely deflates the tension that the scenario so skillfully created. The human face lampshade is frightening until the lips begin to move, at which point it just looks silly. Though it's off to a rough start, Welcome to Derry shows promise. The first episode of Welcome to Derry is a mixed bag. The production design vividly depicts 1960s Maine, the spooky atmosphere is apparent, and there are some amazing young actors who all have excellent on-screen chemistry, all of which are encouraging signals of a fantastic horror series. However, thus far, it's much more a Chapter 2 than a Chapter 1. I'm not particularly interested in seeing where it goes next, and it's not particularly frightening or concentrated.